Who is Randall and why is he running everyone's lives? Stay tuned.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AFTERBUZZ TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
In the spotlight. Hello and welcome to the AFTERBUZZ TV after show for Young and Hungry. We have an awesome show for you guys today, and this episode was hilarious.
Yes.
But first, let me introduce you to my co-hosts, Michelle and Becca. Where can we find you guys on social media?
You can find me on Twitter at Michelle_Cullen.
You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Becca B Talks TV.
And you guys can find me on Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube at Mr. Dakota T. Jones. So guys, we have like two main storylines that we're going to cover today. We're going to break it up. We're going to talk about, the main storyline, and then after that we're going to talk about Sophia and Upstairs Rick's lovely storyline, which had us all laughing. Okay, so we're going to start with the main storyline where Josh gets this assistant / sidekick, Randall. And it was a trying time for all the other employees.
Yeah.
Which is fair. I don't know why he needed an assistant.
Exactly.
He already has like 500 assistants.
He's got at least 4 other employees, and this guy's trying to do everyone else's job. And it does come at a weird time because Josh is getting ready to launch this amazing app that's worth a lot of money. So it is kind of weird that he's all of a sudden going to need this new guy in because, not to say that Yolanda, Elliot, and Gabi are perfect, but they usually can...
They're far from perfect.
They can handle the penthouse.
They can handle the penthouse. But
and Gabi just started working again.
I know, so it's like, why are you hiring another person? Like,
yeah.
Come on.
I didn't understand.
But basically, he's taking everyone's jobs, and he's super rude. He's basically saying, you know what, I'm going to take the trash out, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. And of course, you would think everyone would be happy, like, oh, wow, I'm not having to do some of my duties. But of course, they're afraid that, Josh is going to be like, wow, this guy actually knows what he's doing, and going to fire the rest of everyone.
And actually does his job.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it was kind of funny to watch, them freak out, because, they're always just kind of sloppy with their jobs. And seeing them like, oh no, we have to save our jobs was just like,
yes,
very comical.
And it made them work harder than they normally do.
Yeah.
To be honest.
And of course, Gabi has always got the best plans, obviously.
Of course, always.
So she decides she's going to ask Randall on a date to make Josh jealous. So then that way Josh fires Randall. Because, that'll solve all the problems, right?
Yeah, that's one of her many great ideas. Yeah.
It's one of her go-to plans, but it's an oldie but a goodie that she's just going to use her feminine ways and her seduction techniques to woo a man into getting what she wants. But girl power.
Yeah.
Does it usually work out though? Because
it never works.
I'm gonna say,
really
it sounds all great, but it usually doesn't work out for her in her favor.
No.
It kind of backfires as usual when Gabi tries anything. Randall tells Josh that Gabi sexually harassed him on said date.
And asked him out 12 times till he said yes.
And apparently she was very handsy.
Yeah.
So there's that.
Yes.
It's all up on the meat.
That's right. And then
Gabi.
It's kind of funny because then we see Yolanda, Elliot, and Gabi they're just so done with Randall. And then he comes in, he's like, I really want to make it up to you guys. And like I want to hang out. So then Yolanda and Elliot think if they take him out to drink, they're going to make him so drunk that he is not going to be able to come into work the next day.
And then he'll
get fired.
Yep.
How does that work, guys? Let me know.
It does
Another
not
plan that backfires
at all.
Kinda.
Well, and it was technically Gabi's plan. So once again, Gabi not bringing home the bacon.
Exactly.
Because she brings home pigs.
Yeah. There you go.
That's right. Oh my gosh, yes. Past reference
Great.
from like an
Great
episode or two ago. That's great.
I'll be here every week.
Every week. That's right, guys.
We need a laugh track for Michelle.
Yes. We need a laugh track. We need an applause track.
It's too far gone.
All the tracks.
All the tracks in the future.
Yeah.
Yes. Then we see this lovely scene where Elliot, Yolanda are drunk, and they can kind of tell that Randall's up to something because they're hearing voices, but really it's just the clean vents. They're hearing him say,
because Yolanda cleaned.
Wow, her actual job.
Oh my gosh.
I hope that comes back into play in the future, just as a little aside, that they can overhear a different
the
conversation there.
That would be great.
That'd be fantastic.
And then it'll get
No,
to
it's
maybe
like I'm hearing voices in my head.
yeah, or maybe it'll get to an
Crazy.
episode where they can't hear as well anymore, and she's like, I gotta clean the vents out real quick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be
Yes.
funny.
That'd be really great.
All right, we're giving the writers a few tips here. So.
Yes. We're coming up with some storylines.
Yes. And then, you know, they hear him saying something like, hey, like, they don't suspect a thing. I'll meet you here. I'll bring it, whatever. And, you know, of course, us as viewers, we're kind of like putting two and two together. We're like, okay, there's an app coming out. He's sketchy. Something's going on.
Shit.
But then Randall comes back, and apparently he gets jumped. You know, they tried to GPS his car to see where he's going. He obviously wasn't going where he said he was going.
Yeah.
Apparently he got jumped, but he saves the flash drive, and all is well in the world.
Oh,
And
Oh, good.
and then Gabi decides that, you know, she's gonna, or it was Yolanda or Gabi, they're gonna like, you know, take the washcloth and help him with his black eye, but it was sparkly and purple, so it was makeup.
Yep. Which
I mean,
just-
I approve of the sparkle choice.
that
like
glistening
sparkles.
black eye.
Yep.
And that was a lot of purple. He definitely overdid it with the makeup.
He
Just
did.
a
Just
pro
a tiny
tip.
bit.
Just a pro tip.
Something tells me that he was a theater kid, because only theater kids know how to give themselves
makeup.
black eyes. Just saying.
Yep.
Like I
would put glitter on
yeah, right.
their black
Just
eyes.
catches the light better
Yeah.
from the
Yeah,
lamp.
there you go.
That's
You know-
not actually what they. It's fine.
Yeah.
That's a tip. If,
not
if
done.
you ever want to have a black eye, like with makeup, put
Just-
glitter on it.
Yep.
Straight glitter,
Straight
neon
glitter.
paint.
Yeah.
Kesha
use
it up.
as much glitter as you can.
The viewers are gonna start walking away looking like Kesha, Becca. It's
We're actually, this is a mistake. We're telling
And
you how
then
to
send
cover
us
up a black eye.
pictures.
There we go.
Just cover it up with glitter and Kesha it up, and no
Yep.
one will know you have a black eye.
And
Nobody.
then send us pictures.
You know, I would like to say, because I was a theater kid, and I did have a show where I literally had to look like I had just been beat up, and I would love to say that I did my own bruises and everything, but I had like a team behind me doing all of that. It was crazy, like in between, you know, not takes because that's for film. In between scenes,
Yeah.
I would run upstairs. You know, Jenny, I love her so much. She would like she had to like do maroon and then burgundy and then green and then yellow. And
It's
then,
an art form. I did makeup in college a lot for
Crazy.
theater. It's crazy. But never use glitter. That's the point.
that's the point.
Don't.
No, always use glitter. What?
If you can walk away from one thing from our after show today, it is if you're trying to make yourself look like you're hurt or have a black eye, don't use glitter.
And probably talk to someone.
Yeah.
I mean, but I digress.
I like the glitter idea though.
Becca's still with
Becca's
the glitter.
still stuck on the glitter.
Tell us if you're pro glitter or not.
I'm sorry.
Right?
I like
Life
glitter.
choice. But yeah, he is a total fraud, and we all kind of knew.
Yeah.
Yes.
And apparently Josh knew
Mm-hmm.
the whole time. So kudos to Josh.
Kudos to Josh.
For knowing and
You
like-
know what? Josh is always kind of one step ahead, I feel
yeah,
like.
I was gonna say
And Gabby's always 10 steps behind.
Yeah.
10. Only 10.
I don't know, because I mean, he planned everything out in advance. He's like, do you really think that I was gonna like hire this guy right as my app was about to drop and give him like the flash drive? No. So basically, Randall cloned the USB and sold the flash drive to his partners or whatever, and basically they were gonna leak the app and like make all the money from
Yeah.
it. So then Elliot switches out the USB with his honeymoon photos. Then what does Yolanda switch them out with?
Yolanda switches it out with a Barry Manilow mix.
Okay, all right,
There might have been more music on there, but it was Barry Manilow.
okay.
Music.
And then Gabi had the bright idea to get in Josh's bottom drawer, get this USB that was there. She thought it was like brand new, never been used. So
No,
she
yeah.
switches it with that one. And then Josh is like, oh, I'll save the
The
day.
actual USB
Yep.
was in my bottom drawer.
So basically, the wonderful USB that had all the information on it did end up getting sold. And it was all Gabi's fault.
Good job, Gabi.
Per usual.
Yep. And
Per
we
usual.
don't get any resolution on that yet. I mean, I'm going to speculate that they get it back and they figure it out on
You
their
think
little
so?
trip to Silicon Valley.
See, for me, I feel like it's going to backfire. Something
I hope
really
we go
bad's going to
back.
happen.
We get back to that storyline. To be honest.
Yeah, you know, I'm gonna save that for predictions. What I
Yeah.
think's gonna happen. But let's get into the other storyline really
Yes,
quick.
which I loved.
This was a great storyline, and like a really awesome actor, Greg Sulkin.
Yep.
He's awesome. He was the guest star
I-
this week.
I loved that guest star. What about you, Michelle?
I was very happy with the guest star of choice for
We were- yeah,
Upstairs
we were
Rick.
happy.
Yes, upstairs Rick is his name.
I want
And-
upstairs Rick above me.
What? Oh, Becca doesn't get it because she has a very innocent mind.
In my apartment.
Okay, there you go. Moving on. Sophia is going on...
I don't get it.
Okay, I'll tell you later. Sophia is going on a date with Rick from upstairs.
My apartment.
she tries to go upstairs and be like, stop with the music. It's too loud. You know, she's got a broom. She's banging it up there. Like, please stop. Like, I can't focus. Your music's loud. It's awful. But she gets lost in his eyes. And somehow it ends up that he's going to pick her up the next day at 8.
Yep. Lost in his eyes and his accent.
Yep.
Me too.
You know what? British men are a dangerous,
They are.
slippery slope for women.
They are. It's the accent.
What do you think, Becca? She thinks so. She's silent on the matter. She's
She
just like,
is.
she has past experience, I feel like.
No.
You care to share, Becca?
No.
No? I think you do.
No. I just
You just
I
like...
just like British people on TV.
All right.
They just
I'll
woo
give you
her.
that. They move her in many ways.
Woo.
Boo said it's best not to look directly at him. He's like an eclipse.
That's smart. That is
look
wise advice.
Boo has always got some great advice.
She does.
She's got some great insight. Thanks
I
for
love
watching,
it.
Boo. But seriously, that's great. That's very clever. And then, you know, it's kind of funny because Gabby's like, hey, Sophia, look, if you don't want to hear his music, I'm going to give you these little earplugs. I use them whenever, you know, Josh decides to
Talk about computers.
talk about computers. So, you know, Sophia puts them in while the music's going, and then Rick asks her
Asks a
something
question.
very involved.
He turns the music down and then turns to her with this serious question, and he's very much a hands person.
Yep.
He talks
Yeah.
with his hands a lot.
It's like, please, please. And he's like this and like this.
Yep, that
There was
motion.
Boom, boom.
Yeah.
And we were like, what does this mean? And then, you know, she like takes out the hearing and she's like, she didn't want to ask him obviously what he said because he just said it. So
Yeah.
she agrees to whatever
he said.
he said, which is a
When
scary
doesn't
thing.
know.
I would advise women and men everywhere, if you don't hear someone, don't agree to what they have to say until after you know exactly what
yep.
you're agreeing to.
Please ask them to repeat the question.
Because
Yeah.
you could end up somewhere you do not want to end up. Just saying.
Yep.
Please be careful. Viewer discretion advised.
Practice safe listening.
Yes, safe listening is a real thing, guys. You
We're
gotta.
an advice column today.
We are.
We are. We were serious issues last week, and
Yep.
now we're just full of advice.
Yep.
Yeah.
Dropping knowledge bombs.
Knowledge bombs left and right. So I mean, if you're not watching the show, I don't know why you aren't, because we kind of have it all figured out here.
We
Yeah.
do.
We have everything figured out.
We'll help you out week to week.
Yep. And if
I
you
have
need
my
any
whole
help,
life figured out.
if you need any help with anything, just let us know in the comments. You know, let us know in the comments. We love to hear from you. We'll help you with any problems. You know, if you're going through a tough breakup, if you're trying to figure out what's the next move in your career.
Yeah.
If you are a foster child who is looking for help, we're here.
Because that foster system, though,
It's flawed.
it's flawed.
And we say that jokingly, but we mean that.
Agreed.
Yeah.
110%.
Yeah, we mean that.
We totally mean that. And so, anyway, I digress as well.
Yes.
But Rick,
After show advice column.
right, exactly. Rick wants Sophia to be actually the new tambourine girl, but she doesn't hear that because
Only we
she-
hear that, which I loved.
And I'm not going to go into everything that was said because I want to
That
keep
was
it somewhat
fantastic.
PG. I want to
was
keep it.
dying out laughing.
It was inappropriate.
Yeah, I want to keep it ABC Family. You know, let's keep it ABC Family right
Because
now.
that was
moment.
not ABC
Because
Family.
that was-
What was that? Yeah.
That was Freeform,
That was Freeform's anxious teen years full of hormones.
and we love
Yeah.
love Freeform, but
And it was great. Like, it was, I almost spit out my water. It was
Oh,
hilarious.
yeah, no. I was on my couch.
let's
dying
just say that she kind of misunderstood a lot of what he was saying with the hand motions and the talk
Yep, and the size of the tambourine
Yep.
and how you would hit a tambourine.
against your bum.
Yep.
There's a lot of things.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things that he said.
And where you stand on a stage in regards to upstairs Rick, how he might be behind sometimes.
Yeah.
Because he's on the guitar, on the microphone,
Right.
behind the
Yeah.
tambourine player.
Right. But she kind of misconstrues a lot of what he's saying. And
And sends him out.
yeah, she sends him out. She's like, you know what? You are too freaky. No thanks. Like, I'm out.
Really confused.
So at the end, overall, we see him come back to the apartment. Everything's worked out. They've talked about it. She's like, you know what? I'm so glad you're not a perv. I really thought you were. You know, this is what I thought you were saying, but I'm glad that, you just wanted me to be your tambourine girl. Totally down.
Yep.
And what happens?
Well, he says he's a romantic, and then she goes, "Oh, I'm a romantic too." And then we're like, "Oh, this is going to be a sweet moment." And then he pulls out a candle, and it kind of would infer this is romantic candlelight. You want to go into the bedroom with the candlelight.
Yeah.
He's like, no, I want you to drip it on me.
Yeah.
I want you to Ricky Martin this stuff up.
So she's kind of like, heck no. She runs for the door, but then she kind of thinks about it, and she's like, you know what? I think I like this. And then she runs back to Rick.
She asks one clarifying question, and then she's on board.
Yep. If you want to know the clarifying question, watch the episode.
Yeah.
Yep, all the way to the end.
Watch the episode. But really quick before we get into predictions, I do want to say if you are listening to us on the podcast on iTunes, please give us a 5-star rating if you love us.
4 stars if you don't.
Right, exactly. And you know what, guys, give us a review. We love to listen to your reviews. We'll definitely get back to you, and we'll feature your review on our social media if we can.
Yeah.
So definitely do that. And also give us a rating on YouTube. You know, give us a thumbs up. Subscribe to AfterBuzz TV's channel. We love you guys. Follow us on social media.
Yeah.
Let's keep in communication,
Yes.
guys, because
Let's be
I feel
friends.
like, we can take it to the next level. Like we know each other now, you know?
Beer described Rick best. Rick went 50 Shades with Sophia at the end.
50 Shades, yes. He went 50 Shades with Sophia for sure.
50 Shades
Yeah.
of creepy.
Yep. 50 Shades of perviness.
Yeah, 2 for
Hey!
Becca.
Becca, I'm proud. I'm proud.
Nice.
Well, that was I'm gonna give credit to Boo on that one.
That's true.
That's fair.
Boo's got it. Boo's got it under control with
Yes.
the wittiness. But you guys, let's get into predictions real quick.
Yeah.
Let's.
And now, your AfterBuzz TV predictions.
All right. I'm going to go really quick. My main prediction is that they're not going to get the USB back,
Okay.
and that his app is going to be leaked, and that this other person's going to make a ton of money, and we might see them as a very popular business person, and they may come into play as a new character, maybe not, but I think it's really going to take a hit on Josh, and maybe this one he's not going to get all the credit for like he thinks. I really think that they're going to take this different route with it. What do you think? Thoughts?
I think you just changed my mind.
Oh, really?
I think, because I was thinking they would get it back, and then we would see more with his app because he hasn't released an app in a long time, since season 1, if I'm
Yeah.
not mistaken. So he's getting back into actually working while at work in his penthouse, and I think I originally thought maybe there would be bugs, maybe there would be an issue. He would probably have to reprimand the staff for letting it get lost, but I like that twist.
I feel like we always get the warm and fuzzy thing coming back at the end. I want to see it not work out. Josh
Yeah.
is furious and he doesn't get credit for everything that he worked on. I'm just saying that'd be a cool way to put it.
What if
That'd be
it was
interesting.
Cooper?
Please.
Yes, that would be so cool.
Hey,
Please.
nudge, nudge. I know you've already filmed, but hey.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing. I wish that would happen.
I
that'd
wish,
be
I
great.
wish, I wish. Please.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome. But I haven't seen. No, we haven't seen anything. We would have heard from social media people at the tapings that happened. So
But
I was wondering if that storyline would ever come back into play, the USB storyline.
you don't think it might?
I don't know.
It
Sometimes
has to.
these storylines continue over to other episodes, sometimes they don't.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. I do think that this one will, just because it's such a big deal. I don't think they're just going to be like, oh, no problem.
Yeah.
Just lost
I-
millions of dollars.
I think that's why I could see both sides of that, because the flash drive itself and the program he created wasn't a focus in this episode.
Yeah.
It was Randall and all of the issues
Yeah.
that the staff was having
That's
within
true.
the penthouse. So I could see how it could maybe be a throwaway.
Maybe they'll just assume we figured that they got it back.
Or they could just pull a Young and Hungry and be like, oh, yeah, so we got the flash drive back, no problem. And then they never mention it again.
Yeah.
I could see that happening, too. That happens a lot.
Yeah, I could see that
Or
happening.
they could build it into a really different arc. And I would like that.
I would like, changing the subject, I would like Rick to come back.
Do you think he is going to come back? That was my next point.
I hope so.
I don't know. I haven't heard if he's going to come back or not, but I feel like at the moment, she's obviously running back to him, like she's into him.
I feel like he'd be a good character to have in Young and Sophia.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
it'd be cool as her boyfriend or something. But obviously that they're gonna make us, wait for that. We're not gonna get a stable relationship for Sophia probably until the show goes on.
Until-
Because
yeah.
even Gabi, we've had 4 years now, and she's still not settled down.
Yeah.
Well, she's Gabi.
That's true. But any last thoughts or anything before we wrap?
Nope.
No?
No, I think we covered
I
it
think
pretty
we
well.
did.
Yeah, I think we covered
We
all.
have a lot of advice.
We
Advice
did.
column.
Advice column starting in the comments below. Do it. Becca, where can we find you on social media?
You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Becca B Talks TV.
And Michelle.
You can find me on Twitter at Michelle_Cullen.
And you guys can find me on Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube at Mr. Dakota T. Jones. Thanks, guys.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.